As Percy Jackson and the Olympians release draws near, the first look at Percy and his friends as they encounter Zeus is absolutely mind-blowing. Although Percy Jackson and the Olympians is an upcoming Disney Plus show, many of the franchise lovers have been introduced to it since 2005, when the first book came out. The series is based on the novels by Rick Riordan, which were inspired by Greek mythology, and is entirely based on Percy Jackson and his exciting adventures. The 12-year-old Percy discovered that he's a demigod as he's the son of Poseidon, the sea god. As soon as the first book was out, every fan of fantasy quickly fell in love with it, making it a well-accepted and popular novel to read. This incredible success led Rick to write more as he created 4 more books, further exploring Percy's life as he grew beyond the age of 12. Interestingly, it's not the first time that these Rick Riordan books would be given a TV adaptation, because as soon as the book series was concluded in 2010, the first book was made into a movie. And this movie was quickly followed up with a sequel in 2013. But the crazy thing is that the author of the books wasn't impressed at all with any of the adaptations, as he even called them a mess in a now deleted tweet. So now Rick himself is in charge and ready to bring the books back to TV as a series, and you can tell it would be one of the best adaptations ever since the writer is actively involved in production. In 2019, Rick took his fantastic idea to start a Percy Jackson TV series to Disney. Although the show was given a green light in 2020, it wasn't confirmed officially till 2022 when Rick himself made the announcement, and it became a huge news that has made Percy Jackson and the Olympians one of the most anticipated series ever, mainly because Rick is primarily involved in the production. However, things have changed so much since then, and not only is the show almost ready for viewing, the show has even unique looks to remind you of the excellence hitting your screen pretty soon. So just like in the books, Percy might be the main character, but he has 2 best friends, Grover and Annabeth, who are always by his side and working to stop a big fight among the Olympians that could end everything. The show's first season would be based on the first book in the series, called The Lightning Thief, and things didn't start well with Percy in the series, as the Greek god Zeus accused him of stealing his thunderbolt, and Zeus's anger can hardly be contained, as this revelation could cause big chaos that could alter both the world of the humans and the gods. So Percy, who's just beginning to enjoy his powers as a demigod, now has to walk the whole of America, even though time isn't in his favor, to find the thunderbolt so peace can reign in Olympus. With Grover and Annabeth, Percy can go on this insane fantasy adventure that's not only power-packed, but also full of lightheaded humor. In this journey to locate the missing thunderbolt, Percy would learn and see more about this other world that he's just getting to know, and even make extraordinary friendships in his long journey. With such an incredible franchise, fans were eager to know who would be the face of their favorite fantasy book, and the demigod soon got a name and a look. The famous role of Percy Jackson has long been confirmed to be played by the 14-year-old Walker Scobell. Also, Percy Jackson's best friend, Annabeth, is played by Leah Jeffries. Annabeth is the daughter of Athena, and she's always curious and brilliant, which would greatly help Percy in his long and dangerous adventure. Another of Percy's friends, Grover, a satyr, which means he's half goat and half human, is played by Aryan Simhadri. He enjoys standing up and helping his friends, especially when the challenge calls for it, but he can be very cautious as well, because he doesn't step into things without understanding them first. And honestly, Percy needs all these qualities around him to pull off a successful adventure. Regarding popular franchises that started from books, having a diverse cast has always been a big problem for devoted fans who may have pictured the characters differently, and soon after the cast was announced, many voiced out that Leah being cast had altered how they used to imagine Annabeth. But the author, Rick, has shown that he won't entertain such bias and negativity concerning the casting, and he asked that anyone not pleased should take it up with him and not take their negative comments to the child actor who has been cast. The controversy ended with the hashtag Leah is our Annabeth trending online, and many fans of the book showing great support for the cast and anticipation of how they portray their parts in the show. Aside from the 3 lead cast members, the franchise has expanded with many other supporting actors joining the show. Percy's family was decided, and Virginia Cull plays his mom while Tim Sharp portrays Percy's stepdad. Percy would get to meet exciting characters in his journey to find the thunderbolt, and one of them would be the Greek messenger god Hermes, who Lin-Manuel Miranda plays. Hermes is a vibrant character who delights in finding travelers and thieves, as he's not a very pure person himself. Hermes is energetic and cheerful, but sadly doesn't have such a perfect relationship relationship with his son, Luke. And when he got to meet Percy, Annabeth, and Grover, Hermes didn't look too excited to help them find the missing Thunderbolt, which was strange considering he would have loved to if the quest was different. Zeus, who started the whole thing by accusing Percy, was also cast, and the actor Lance Reddick plays the god of the sky. Toby Stevens portrays the god of the seas and Percy's real dad. One of the first looks into Percy and the Olympians was released when filming started for the show in June 2022, and in 2023, Rick revealed that filming was almost done as they've gotten nearly every detail needed for the show's 8 episodes. He also mentioned that all they were doing as of January 2023 was to fill in some of the angles and expand the sequences. Rick talked about their progress on set and the beauty of the work they've been doing when he said, "I have seen early director's cuts for episodes 1, 6, and all the dailies for episodes 7 and 8, so I am now confident in predicting, yeah, if you're a fan of the books or even if you just love a good adventure, you are going to love this show." Filming finally wrapped up in February 2023 and the show is now in post-production. According to Rick, he's seen many cuts of Percy from what they've gathered in post-production so far, and he's proud that he's made what every fan of the fantasy novel will adore. Another look into the series we've got was the teaser trailer with Percy speaking on how dangerous it is to be half-blood with other half-bloods wearing the signature orange t-shirts.
Being a half-blood is dangerous.
And the scene looks so captivating with the little words mentioned and a clear warning ending the teaser, which explains the dangerous but exciting plot of the series. But then, Percy Jackson and the Olympians only get even better because there are more new looks to look forward to now that anticipation for the series is at the top. Disney Plus has released the official posters of the lead cast, and the posters' symbols are all unique to their characters. Percy's poster shows him holding Riptide, a special pen that became a sword and a reliable weapon for Percy, while the old Greek symbols surround him. Annabeth has her dagger and is surrounded by an owl, part of the symbol associated with her mother, Athena. Grover can be seen wearing the orange tee for Camp Half-Blood, and he's right there in the poster with his reed pipes, and the goat horns are also very obvious from the sign. And all of these show how these 3 heroes tackle the dangerous adventures differently. This look at the posters isn't just colorful, but very promising that the original TV series is about to shake everything. With Rick Riordan being a big part of the show, the fans should know it's in pretty safe hands. However, the showrunners of Percy Jackson and the Olympians are Jonathan E. Steinberg and Dan Schatz. While Rick won't be a showrunner, he plays a significant part in the script's development as he co-wrote the first episode, the plots of the first season, and other future ideas of the show with Steinberg. Also, any future continuation and this present adaptation stay true to Rick's books. The show had about 6 writers who worked on the script and was directed by James Bopping. Since the series' progress is going well and fast in the post-production stage, things are starting to come together as the release date is close. In 2022, Rick had initially guessed a possible release date for the fantasy show, which would be early 2024. Rick guessed because he didn't have the final say on the best time to release the series, but with the progress he's seen so far, he's confident that the release date would fall around early 2024 if every other factor remains unchanged. The season would have 8 episodes that will run for about 45-60 minutes each, and it's also expected to air weekly starting from the official release date. What do you think of this first exciting look into Percy Jackson and the Olympians? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.